Hello, lovely viewers. It's another episode, another wonderful session with Josfyn Greatness again. Today, guess what? We've gotten Brother Shadrack back onto the channel again, irrespective of his busy schedules, his ministry work, his work as a psychiatric nurse in the Ireland. He still made time to come back to help us. Thank you so much, Brother Shadrack. Today, he's just going to tell us about Ielts in general. He's going to talk to us about the Ielts that we need when we are, migrating to Ireland or to UK. He's just going to talk about it in general. Then, if you need extra assistance, if you need into detailed lectures, you go on his channel and then you get all that. So, Brother Shadrack, welcome back to my channel.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go straight to the point. Our first question is going to be on what is Ielts in general? When we say Ielts, what is it in general? I get people, chatting me and asking me, please, what is Ielts? What is it about? And what? I'm like, oh, really? So they don't really know what even the Ielts itself is. So today, if you can, tell us what Ielts itself is, I'm very glad.
All right. First of all, Josfyn, thanks very much for having me. And I'm very grateful. And I say hello to all your viewers. So Ielts means International English Language Testing System.
Okay.
That's the meaning for Ielts. And it is basically an English proficiency test. And Ielts is owned by the British Council and then ESOL examination in Australia.
Okay.
So this test is basically to test your level of English, your proficiency in English. So the tests, as I said, it's administered by British Council, and now IDP is also partnered them, and so it is administered by British Council and IDP.
Okay.
So we have many test centers across the world.
That's great.
And I think the last time I checked, we have over 145. Is it about 145,000?
Wow.
Test centers across the world.
That means very well you can get a test center to write the Ielts.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
If you'll find it in about so many countries. Okay. So it's a test that you can even do it online, their test center, or you can do it also paper delivered test or paper-based test in their test center.
Great.
But the test is used for many purposes.
Okay.
So it depends on what you need. There's no fail mark in IELTS.
Mm-hmm.
So before you write IELTS, the institution you are giving the results to, or the test report form to, is when you write the test, the result that paper is called test report form. Okay. So the result, it depends on what you are using it for. If it is for visa application, for example, in the UK, and the UK for skilled worker visa, you need just 4.0.
Wow.
For each band area. Okay. So if the test is made up of 4 main English language tests, or 4 main English language skills. Okay. So you have the speaking test, the writing test, the listening test, and then the reading test. Okay. So those are the 4 individual tests that you'll be writing. Lovely. Now, as I said, it depends on what you are using the result for. So usually those who are doing professional registration, usually their professional regulators are requesting band 7.0 minimum. Okay. Usually for professional registration, band 7.0, those going to school, those applying for university abroad. Usually the universities are accepting band 7.0. Some universities are accepting 6.5. Okay. Okay. So you can get a 4 band score or a half band score. When I say a half band score, I mean like 7.5 or 6.5 or 5.5. That's the half band score. You can have a 4 band score. All right. So each English language skill or each test is marked from band 0 to 9. To 9. Okay. 0 to 9. So whichever one you write, whether general IELTS or academic, the scores or the band scores, though each of them has different ways of rating it or assessing assessing each of them, but they are all marked from band 0 to 9, each of them.
So the highest band score is 9, and the lowest
is
is
9. Yeah, it's 9.
Okay.
So there are types of IELTS.
Yeah, that is my next question.
Yes, there are types of IELTS, and there's the academic IELTS.
Yeah.
But for academic IELTS, and then there's a general training IELTS.
Okay.
There's academic IELTS and general training IELTS. But because of the use, you can classify it in terms of the use, or you can classify it by use. So in terms of use, you can say standard IELTS or IELTS for UKVI.
Okay.
Then you have IELTS for IELTS life skills. So these are the 3 categories in terms of use.
Okay.
For IELTS for UKVI, it means that IELTS for UK visa and immigration is basically for UK visa and immigration.
So that means the IELTS, UKVI IELTS, you can't use it for applying for visa to Australia or any other, maybe Canada. You can.
Okay. You can, if you are a nurse, you can use the standard IELTS, what do you call it? The academic module of the IELTS for UKVI.
Okay.
For your nursing application or your nursing registration abroad, or even for university.
Any foreign country.
Yes. But IELTS for UKVI was created just to satisfy conditions for UK visa. Okay. Okay. But when you are other overseas institutions are also accepting it.
Okay.
They are accepting it. Okay. Then the what do you call it? The standard IELTS. The standard IELTS, there's the general training, and then there's also the academic. And the same as the IELTS for UKVI. There's the general training, and then there's the academic. Okay.
Yeah.
The general training is basically for like visa applications. Okay. Some people to use it for some universities even accept it.
Oh, really?
But basically, majority of the universities are accepting the academic. Because it's more academic.
Okay.
Okay. And some employers to not necessarily for professional registration, but sometimes when people get employment, it's not really healthcare. And then they are requesting that, okay, bring general training.
Okay.
Okay.
So for that one, they just want to know if you are your English proficiency. They want to be sure that you
Exactly. Can. Exactly. Okay. And then there are others too who are not in really skilled work. Okay. And then some people too, for the purposes of immigration status. So for example, they want to have a permanent residence or something. So they sometimes to embassies or the public institutions are requesting them to write the IELTS life skills. So it depends on what the employers are asking you to do or what you are using it for. But in terms of use, these are the 3 categories. But in terms of actually the nature of the test, is actually academic or general training. Okay.
So those are the 2 main ones, either academic or general training. Okay.
Yes. So for both academic and general training, you still write the reading, writing, listening, and speaking.
Okay.
So for academic, what makes it academic is that it's much more difficult compared to general training. And then that one too, you are using more academic words. Okay. Yeah. When you look at the reading test in the academic test, the reading, you have many paragraphs. Yeah. Though you are answering 40 questions in the reading test, but you have many paragraphs, on average, 8 to 10 paragraphs. Yes. So sometimes if you are those who do the paper delivered test, you have about 2 pages for the passage alone. Exactly. And then, though you are answering 40 questions, but compared to the general training, the reading, sometimes you have half a page. Oh, okay. Half a page. For the paragraph, or sometimes even 1 page for the general training. And the questions are much easier than the academic. Oh, okay. So it's basically as though the general is just testing you superficially,
But for the academic test, because you are using it for professional bodies or for university, they want to be sure.
Yes.
So that is why that one is more, difficult.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
So,
right. For example, you are going to read PhD, it requires high level language. So you will have to really submit a higher band score.
Okay.
To be able to, be able to get it. So, or you are a nurse or you are a professional and a doctor, nurse, pharmacist, whatever, and you are required to, have, productive communication with your client, and your client has to understand you. You also have to be able to understand your client. Should be able to write, should be able to speak. Yes, so it requires higher band score.
Okay. So Shadrack, with now let's limit our focus to NMC UK and then the NMBI Ireland. Which of the IELTS are we supposed to, those that want to migrate to the UK as skilled workers to Ireland and then to UK, which one are they mandated to do? Can somebody choose to do the general as well?
No, you don't write the general training. Whether UKVI or standard IELTS, write the academic.
Mandatorily, okay.
So yes, so you can write the standard IELTS academic or IELTS for UKVI academic.
Okay.
Both are accepted.
Okay. Should be academic.
Both are accepted. Okay. And for UK, you're supposed to score 6.5 minimum in the writing test, and then the rest you score at least 7.0, band 7.0. So overall, band 7. But only writing should be 6.5 minimum. Okay. For Ireland, you are supposed to, they also accept the IELTS for UKVI academic and then the standard IELTS academic. Okay. For that one, it is much flexible compared to the UK requirement. For Ireland, you are supposed to score 7.0 in three of them, and then 6.5 in any one of the four.
Which makes it much flexible.
Yes, it makes it much flexible. So the 6.5 could be speaking, or reading. You had 6.5, the rest 7. Okay. Great. But in the UK too, you can combine results.
Okay.
You can combine results. Yeah, so
that's true.
To be able to combine results, you are supposed to have score minimum of 6.5. Mm-hmm. So if, for example, let's say yesterday you sat the test and you had, let's say, 6.5 in reading, 6.5 in writing, the rest you had 7 or more. Then the next time that you are writing, you make sure that where you got 6.5, you score 7. And the rest, make sure at least you score 6.5 there. So you can be able to combine results.
So if I get you right, with the second one, you are not supposed to score anything below 6.5. Your minimum should be 6.5. Wow.
Yes.
So that means that even though you can combine results, you are not combining any results.
Yes.
Wow.
And then for Ireland, you don't accept combined results. You don't accept combined results.
So that is where UK also becomes advantageous.
Yes. Oh, okay. You don't accept combined results.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. But Shadrack, for me personally, when I was writing my IELTS, I did personal studies with IELTSadvantage.com, Chris Pell. I didn't go for classes or anything of that sort. And I got it with first attempt. So, like, what advice will you give if someone is trying to, write the IELTS? Should the person strictly go for IELTS classes? Should the person do self-studies? Or would you advise for the person to do both self and, going for training or lectures on the IELTS?
Okay. So I would say that, it depends on the level of English. Depends on your background in English. Some people are really good at the English. Some people can write great. So with little or with few period of preparation, maybe learning, watching videos on YouTube or following bloggers, they can easily make it. Okay, they can easily pass. But before you make the decision to do your own private studies or you study by yourself for that classes, then make sure that you have really assessed the situation very well to know your level of English.
Okay.
Okay. So I would say that if your English is not really great, go for classes. However, even some people have really good background in terms of English, but the test is based on technicalities. I mean, it's the technical test. So I always say that you can speak great English as the late queen, but you could even fail the test.
Yes, yes, that is very true. So I say that the IELTS is like mathematics. It has formulas. So provided you follow the formula, your end point will be the correct answer. If you sway off the formula, that is it. You fail. Yeah.
Yes.